Zero Traffic Congestion, presented by Tahsin Zahan from Bangladesh. Does this clip of a stock footage stress you? This is a reality for thousands in Dhaka, Bangladesh, and of course, millions in every other major cities on Earth. Traffic jam is an exasperating issue for millions of us on Earth, killing our extremely valuable productive time, which we will never get back ever again. Imagine this. You're sitting in your car, surrounded by a sea of vehicles. The clock ticks on, and you haven't moved an inch. Frustration builds, your patience wears thin, and suddenly, you're overwhelmed by a wave of stress and anxiety. Sounds familiar? That's the reality for millions of people stuck in traffic every single day. Why does this matter? There's the obvious. Being stuck in traffic for long periods leads to increased stress and anxiety. The helplessness you feel, especially when there's no escape, amplifies these emotions. It's that gnawing sense of frustration that lingers long after you've finally reached your destination. Prolonged exposure to traffic can make us irritable and impatient. It's not just about the moment in the car, it's about how we carry those feelings into the rest of our day. Constant exposure to stressful driving conditions leads to mental fatigue. By the time you arrive at work or home, you're already worn out, and the day hasn't even really begun. Let's talk about lost time. Time is our most precious resource, and yet, how much of it do we waste sitting in traffic? Time that could be spent productively, whether at work, with family, or on personal projects, slips away, minute by minute, hour by hour. This extra time spent in traffic eats into our personal lives. The time we could have spent exercising, pursuing hobbies, or simply relaxing is instead consumed by gridlock. So, what really causes traffic jams? It's a complex issue, but let's break it down. Overpopulation is a big factor. More people mean more cars. High vehicle density clogs the roads, and poor infrastructure only makes things worse. Sometimes, it's not just the number of cars, but how we drive. Aggressive driving, frequent lane changes, and not following traffic rules all contribute to the chaos. But is it really just overpopulation and too many private cars? Not quite. Poor urban planning plays a huge role. When residential, commercial, and industrial zones aren't well integrated, traffic bottlenecks are inevitable. The concentration of economic activities in a single area creates a choke point. And most importantly, a lack of decentralization is at the root of the problem, leading to population-dense cities and, consequently, traffic jams. So, how do we fix this? First, we need to develop secondary business and commercial hubs. Imagine if, instead of everyone heading to the city center, we had multiple business districts spread throughout the region. These hubs would have modern infrastructure, offices, shopping centers, and residential areas, encouraging businesses and employees to relocate and reducing the pressure on the main city. Improving public transportation is crucial. Expanding and diversifying public transit options, such as trains, trams, and cycling lanes, can connect decentralized areas and reduce reliance on private cars. In the digital age, promoting remote work can also help. Encouraging businesses to adopt flexible work policies reduces the need for daily commutes, lightening traffic loads. Adding to work from home, incentivizing decentralization is vital. Governments can provide tax breaks and grants to businesses that relocate to less congested areas. Decentralizing government offices and services also reduces the need for people to travel to the city center for administrative tasks. Strategic urban expansion is essential for the future. Planning for decentralized development from the outset, including reserving land for future business districts and public transportation corridors, can prevent the traffic problems we face today.